Hello, my dear viewers. I welcome to my classes. We are discussing Indian history. In Indian history, we will begin with the Indian Council Act 1909. The Indian Council Act 1909. As we know that Britishers were introduced several acts from 1772 regulating acts from 1772 regulating act 1784 Pittsburgh Act, like that so many acts were introduced in India. As you know that in 1858 after the Sipahi mutiny or after the Sipahi revolution, they made an act, that is Government of India Act. They made Government of India Act. Government of India Act in 1858. Later, 1861, they introduced another act, that is Indian Council Act. Indian Council Act. Later, in 1892, again Indian Council Act they were introduced. So after that, in 1909, another act was introduced by the British, so that was called as the Indian Council Act 1909. Indian Council Act 1909. This also called as Morley-Minto reforms. What? John Morley-Minto and Minto reforms. Morley-Minto reforms. So before going to learn about the Minto-Morley reforms, once we see, let's try to discuss again important chronological order. History means chronological order, ascending to descending, right? See, as we discussed that 1885, Indian National Congress was founded. 1892, as you know that Indian Council Act. Next, 1905, it was Partition of Bengal. Partition of Bengal. As you know that Bengal was divided. Next, 1906. What was the importance of 1906? All India Muslim League was founded. All India Muslim League was founded. And 1907, it is Surat split. INC was divided into two, that is called as Surat split. INC, Indian National Congress, divided into moderates and extremists. 1908, Tilak was sent to exile. Tilak was exiled. Not only Tilak, but also important incident was took place, that is Prafulla Chaki and Khudiram Bose. They tried to kill King's Fort, but unfortunately 2 English women were died and Khudiram Bose was escaped. Prafulla Chaki was committed suicide. Later Khudiram Bose also hanged. It was took place in 1908. And in 1909, as you see, Minto-Morley reforms. So 1909 Minto-Morley reform, same as this 1909 Indian Council Act. 1909 Indian Council Act. This Indian Council Act also called as Minto-Morley reforms. What? Minto-Morley reforms. In 1911, we did not discuss earlier about 1911, but it was very, very important. 1911, many times about this year and significance of this year was asked in competitive examination. That was Delhi Darbar was held. The Delhi Darbar was held. Delhi Darbar was held. What was the meaning of the Delhi Darbar? For this Delhi Darbar, King George V attended. King George V and his queen, both King George V and his queen were came to India, attended the Delhi Darbar, and this Delhi Darbar, the significance of Delhi Darbar was, the first significance was, partition of Bengal was cancelled. Partition of Bengal was nullified. It was nullified. Nullified in the sense it was cancelled. In 1905, they divided the Bengal, but Indians were not happy with the partition of the Bengal. Hence, again, partition of the Bengal was nullified. Partition of the Bengal was cancelled. The division of Bengal was cancelled. Means Bengal again reunited. Okay, this was the first. And the second important thing was, capital city of India was shifted from Calcutta to Delhi. Capital shifted from Calcutta to Delhi. Calcutta to Delhi. It's very, very important. Capital shifted from Calcutta to Delhi. Capital city shifted from Calcutta to Delhi. So these are the important incidents, and more. We also learned that 1911 Tilak returned after his exile. You know, Tilak was exiled in the Mandalay jail, Myanmar, Mandalay jail for 6 years. Why? Because he was incitement of murder, and he was wrote support with the Chapekar as well as Khudiram Bose and Prafulla Chaki. Hence he was exiled. 1914 and 1916. 1916 Home Rule League. 1916 Home Rule League, and also Lucknow Pact. So earlier we missed this 1911 Delhi Darbar, or nullify of partition of Bengal, or partition of Bengal was cancelled. Capital city of India shifted from Calcutta to Delhi. So these are the important things. Now let's discuss about 1909 Minto-Marley reforms clearly, step by step. Okay, Minto-Marley reforms. Let me rub the board, and we will try to learn and understand what was the importance of this Indian Council Act and how this Indian Council Act was implemented, and do any Indians were participated or given importance in the Indian Council Act. We will see. Indian Council Act. This Indian Council Act also called as Marley-Minto reforms. Marley-Minto reforms. Why these are called as Marley-Minto reforms? This also called as because of the John Marley and Minto. Who was Minto? John Marley was the Secretary of the State. He was Secretary of State. And Minto was Governor General. He was Governor General. So that's what it was also called as Marley-Minto reforms. Marley-Minto reforms. What was the significance? Sir, what was happened under this act? This act was made, or this act was brought for the Indians. This was the member of Central Legislative Council. The members of Central Legislative Council expanded or increased. Council were expanded. From where earlier it was 16 members, now 16 to 60. Right. So the membership we can write as membership of, right. The membership of Central Legislative Council was expanded to 16 to 60. Before that, only 16 members were there in the Legislative Council. Now from 1909 onwards, it was increased to 60. Next, the membership of provincial provincial legislative assembly. The membership of provincial legislative assembly, as you know that central level one legislature is there and local level, provincial level one more legislature is there. So the membership of provincial legislature also expanded. They also expanded this. Example, the seats like Bengal, Bombay, Madras, Bengal, Bombay, Madras. In Bengal, Bombay, Madras and UP, these seats were increased to 50 each. Each province, in the Bengal province, 50 seats. In Bombay province, 50 seats. Madras province, 50 seats. UP province, 50 seats. And also, another important provinces like Punjab, Burma, Assam. Punjab, Burma and Assam. Punjab, Burma, Assam, in these provinces, the provinces of Punjab, the Burma province and the Assam province, this was increased to 30 members each. So from Punjab province is 30 members, Burma province is 30 members, Assam province is 30 members. And from each Bengal, Bombay, Madras, UP will get 50 members each. And in this council, so these many members are electing, okay, 50, 50, 50, 50. So here 200, okay, and 290 more. So 290 members are elected. So these members were categorized into 4. So those members were electing. Those members were elected for the provinces. Those members were elected for the central legislative council were categorized into 4. First one is ex officio member. Ex officio members always governor general. Ex officio member always governor general. Second person, nominated officials. And third one, nominated ex officio members. Nominated officials or nominated non-officials. Nominated officials, nominated non-officials, and the fourth one, elected members. The fourth one was elected members. So elected members were in the lower cadre. Then who will elect these members? Because here different categories of the people, different categories of the people will elect this member indirectly. This is very, very important. So this is indirect elections. 1909 Council Act gave importance to indirect elections, and the members of the provincial legislative assembly or central legislative council were categorized into 4: ex officio member, nominated officials, nominated non-officials, and last one, elected members. How the members will be elected members will be indirectly elected, and those members, those who wanted to vote, they must be the taxpayers. Some criteria has been given. So these members were local bodies will elect. Local body people will elect them, right? Next, and I wanted to mention a point about the Shimla deputation. So what was the Shimla deputation when it was happened? It was happened in 1906. Very, very important. 1906 Shimla deputation. What was the significance of this Shimla deputation? Muslim elites and Aga Khan met. Muslim elites and Aga Khan met. Minto requested for separate seats or electorates for Muslims. Yes, Muslims are demanding that, sir, Muslims are in this percent of Muslims are there in India. So it is better to reserve some seats to the Muslims. It is better to reserve certain seats to the Muslims. Hence, here in 1909, Muslims got reserved seats. So it is called as communal representation. Muslims got reserved seats. So we can say that communal representation was included in the 1909 Act. Muslims, they got separate seats they got. So that's what Lord Minto, he was also known as father of communal electorate. Father of communal electorate. Who was also known as father of communal electorate? Lord Minto. Very, very important. Lord Minto was also called as father of communal electorates. Based on the community, based on the religion, he was specified, he was reserved certain seats to the Muslims. But Congress people, majority of the Hindus they were not happy. They showed their dissatisfaction and discontent about this reservation of the seats to the Muslims in the elections. So this was the significance. Let's see another importance of this act here. The first time 3 Indians were taken into the council. 3 Indians because moderates, extremists, these all are always demanding for something. So British, they wanted to shut their mouth. Hence the plan was, they made a plan. According to that plan, one person was inducted in the Governor Executive Council. Okay, one person inducted in Governor General's executive. So Britishers, they have taken one person into the Governor General Executive Council or governor. That was Satyendranath Sinha. So Satyendranath Sinha was the first person who was appointed in the Governor General's executive. So very, very important. Satyendranath Sinha was the first person who was inducted in the Governor General Executive Council. Okay, Governor General Executive Council, he was inducted. And another two persons were inducted in the provincial legislature. Two Indians were provided or inducted into the Indian Council, inducted in the Council of Secretary of State. Right. As you know that there was a Governor General and Secretary of the State. One person was inducted into the Governor General Executive Council and another person inducted in the Indian Council of Secretary of State. So the first person was Mr. K.C. Gupta. And second person was Syed Hussain Bilgrami. Very, 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 very important in the examination point of view. These are very, very important, right? Satyendranath Sinha was inducted into the Governor General Executive Council. K.C. Gupta, Syed Hussain Bilgrami were inducted in the Indian Council of Secretary of State. Okay, K.C. Gupta and Syed Bilgrami. The significance of this act was, again, because majority of the members were indirectly elected, so there was no huge participation of the Indians. it did not increase the Indian participation into the Legislative Council, because who are very favor to the British, they were taken. For example, I am very favor to the British, I was taken into the British Council or Legislative Council, because most of the posts were nominated. See, only these all mostly the posts are nominated. Mostly nominated officials are there, nominated non-officials are there, and elected members are there. These elected members very less than the nominated persons. Hence 1909 Indian Council Act gave importance to the communal politics, communal reservations, separate seats for the Muslims, and it showed indirect elections. It emphasized, it given importance to the indirect elections. Okay, so this is about the Indian Council Act 1909. Hope I cleared Indian Council Act 1909 or Minto-Morley reforms. The point to remember here, 1911 Delhi Darbar, George V and his queen, they attended, and on the day two things were happened. One is Bengal division was cancelled, or partition of the Bengal was nullified. Then capital city of India was shifted from Calcutta to Delhi for the administrative purpose. So hope you enjoyed this session and this was very informative. My sincere request to you that please comment me, like my channel, share my channel, and don't forget to subscribe, and please inform to the persons, those who are preparing for the competitive examination, because it's a brief information based on exclusive NCERT and Bipin Chandra, where all the public service commission will be mostly they depends upon those books. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Jai Hind.